Hi, everybody. I hope you're all well. Physio wasn't too bad today, so at least my mood is lifting a little. I want to start today's video with the words of Andrew Lani, a royal biographer. Mr. Lani, speaking about Prince Andrew, said that there is a culture of secrecy surrounding royal correspondence and that the firm should still be subject to scrutiny like anyone else. I would actually like to extend on that and say that the royal family and including the king should have to adhere to the same scrutiny and laws as everyone else. Then and only then will it truly be a constitutional monarchy. Currently, the king or monarch is exempt from any lawsuits, etc. And although he is the only one in the royal family to be exempt and all laws apply to everyone else in the family, we would be very naive to believe that laws are applied equally to the other members of the family. If it was, then quite a number of royals in the past would have been convicted of murder, manslaughter, reckless endangerment, fraud, and a number of other charges. If we look at the current situation with the royals in Britain and we look at Harry and Meghan, our imaginations can conjure up fraud, racketeering, defamation, contempt of court, and a few others. But until now, they have been walking away from all the nonsense they caused, absolutely scot-free, not a blemish on their record. And that, my friends, I find sickening. You know, there will always be the rich and the poor, and the rich do often buy their way out of trouble because they can afford the best lawyers and wear a Dior suit to court. But it is certainly not a democracy if anyone is exempt from prosecution, not even a king or a prince. It is my opinion that unless the king makes a show of disciplining Harry and Meghan, nothing will change, and the reign of King Charles will go down in history as the weakest. A joke, really, and it will be his own fault. Now, I don't really want to talk about King Charlie anymore today, but I was thinking this morning, I'm often accused of hating him or hating on him. And that is not quite true. When I look at a photograph like the one I posted yesterday, the king and his sister having a good laugh, or a picture of him hugging Louis or with Louis on his lap, it does show the other side of the man, the father, grandfather, and the family man. But mafia bosses are often also good, attentive fathers and grandfathers. But do we like them because they are good fathers and grandfathers? No. We respect them maybe because they are kind to their children and we appreciate that they are loyal to their families. But do we like that mafia boss for the other things he had done? No, of course not. I feel that way about Charles. When I see him having a good laugh with his sister or hugging his grandson, I get the same warm and fuzzy feeling, just like anyone else. But when he comes with his climate change drivel or dig up the lawn at Sandringham or does business with dubious people, then I don't like him very much, or sometimes at all. You can dislike me for saying this, but I'm going to say it again, and specifically say it again because someone made a point to state that King Charles has no influence in America. No, he doesn't, at least not legally. America's not a British colony or even in the Commonwealth, but Britain and America are allies, and I have a feeling most people wanted to stay that way. So I'm almost 90% sure that if Harry's father, the king, told Mr. Biden during his last visit that Harry's drug use increased since he went to America and that his money is going to dry up eventually, and he was concerned about his health and blah, 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 and asked Mr. Biden to allow for Harry's visa application to be released, it would have happened. So, no, Charles does not need power in America. He just needs to talk to someone in America who has the power. I don't think many of us actually understand the power of some of our politicians, world leaders, and royalty. How can we? We never lived a life of lots of money and royalty, and therefore it is easy to say, oh, he's just the King of England. He has no power in America. Well, firstly, you would be wrong. He is not just the King of England. He's also the King of Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Antigua and Barbuda, the Bahamas, Belize, Grenada, Jamaica, Papua New Guinea, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and the Solomon Islands, and Tuvalu. That, my dear friends, is a hefty, pretty hefty piece of real estate. And so many people forget about the imports and exports and other financial deals and the numerous treaties and deals signed over the years. Of course, any president worth a penny would consider his options for maybe 5 minutes and then decide not to anger the king, or at least to cooperate with him. After all, it is only one visa application. But like Harry and Meghan are still on the website for working royals, although they no longer work for the monarchy, Harry is also still in the United States, even though he likely lied on his visa application and admitted to using drugs in America. But none of it is actually done. No, no, no. Harry has not had any repercussions for any of his lies. His lies about his parents, his brother, the monarchy, and now even the military. And he is laughing it off. And why? Because neither his father nor anyone else are actually doing something. No, he is being allowed to run roughshod over everyone. And I'm sorry, but I think I'm placing the responsibility for that squarely at the king's door, because everyone is likely too afraid of offending the king and are therefore letting Harry and Meghan off the hook. Okay, just very quickly before I go, let's try and settle another argument quickly. Are Harry and Meghan still working members of the royal family? What do you think? Well, I think technically, yes, yes, and yes. They are still on the website specifically set up for the working royals. Harry still has all his titles. He is still Prince, Duke, Earl, and Baron. And as a result, Meghan is Princess, Duchess, Countess, and Baroness. So tell me, if you resign from a business, do you still appear on their website? No. If you were the CEO of a company, are you still CEO after you resigned and left? No. So, I agree with some people that technically Harry and Meghan are still working royals, although they do not lift a finger or do anything for the monarchy or the country. It makes me think of the type of fraud that we get in some of our municipalities here in South Africa, where salaries were drawn not only for people who did not work there, but people who do not even exist. And it sounds almost like a similar kind of scenario where Harry and Meghan are concerned. I mean, he hates the monarchy in Britain, but is still proudly smirking on the royal website, still tells people to address him as Prince Harry. Well, those who are saying that Harry and Meghan have not damaged the monarchy are wrong, in my opinion. I think they did do a lot of damage. And if they are not stopped, they will do even more in the future. So, my dears, I'm going to leave it at that. I'll be back as soon as I can. Today was a bit of a busy day, as all Mondays are, but I'm going to try and come back as soon as possible because I have something very interesting to show you. So until then, please take good care of yourselves. Bye.